So going ahead to the substitution method, exercise 3.2 questions. Now the first question that is given is x plus y is equal to 14 and x minus y is equal to 4. So what I'm going to do is using my equation 1, and I'm going to find out the value of x or y and substitute it in the second equation. So I'm going to send this y towards the other side. It becomes x is equal to 14 minus y. Now I know this is x. Now this has to be substituted in equation 2. Wherever there is x, instead of x I'm going to write 14 minus y. 14 minus y is equal to 4. That becomes 14 minus 2y is equal to 4. To simplify this, it becomes minus 2y is equal to 4 minus 14, which is minus 2y is equal to minus 10. Minus cancel, 2 ones, 2 5 times, so y is equal to 5. Once I get y is equal to 5, I'm going to substitute it in x. So I'm going to write substitute in x. So this is the equation of x. X is equal to 14 minus 5, which will be equal to 9. So that's what I get to know, x is equal to 9 in here. That's how I found out both the values of x and y. So continuing with the second question, which is s minus t is equal to 3 and s by 3 plus t by 2 is equal to 6 is given to us. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to find the value of s from here and simplify and do it. So sending it towards the other side for the equation 1, that becomes s is equal to 3 plus t is what I get in here. Now this is my s. Now this has to be substituted in equation 2. This is my equation 2. So instead of s, I'm going to write 3 plus t for it. 3 plus t by 3 plus t upon 2 is equal to 6. Now, to simplify this, I am going to make the denominators equal. So to make the denominators equal, this side multiplies with 2 and this multiplies with 3 and 3. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is 2 3 6 plus 2t, okay, plus 3t divided by 2 3 6. The denominator is same, so we'll just write it once is equal to 6. Sending it towards the other side, as well as I'm going to simplify this. Two things I'm doing in one step. So 6 plus these two adding, it becomes 5t is equal to, I'm sending this towards the other side, so division goes towards the other side, it becomes multiplication. So it multiplies and becomes 36. Okay, then this goes towards the other side. 5t is equal to 36 minus 6, which is equal to 30. 5 1 times, 5 6 times, so t is equal to 6 is what I get. Once I get my t is equal to 6, I'm going to substitute the t in s. Okay, so s is equal to 3 plus 6, which is equal to 9 in here. So that's how I simplify. Now, going ahead with the third question, it says 3x minus y is equal to 3 and 9x minus 3y is equal to 9. As usual, I'm going to make x is the subject and I'm going to send it towards the other side. So this equation becomes 3x is equal to 3 plus y, and then this 3 goes down, it becomes x is equal to 3 plus y upon 3 is what I have in here. Now from here, what I am going to do is I'm going to pick it and substitute it in the equation 2. So substituting in 2 is what I'm going to do in here. So when I do it, it becomes 9 times of, in the place of x I'm going to write 3 plus y upon 3 minus 3y is equal to 9. 3 1s are 3 3s are, so that I get to multiply each and every term with it. So 3 3 is 9 plus 3y minus 3y is equal to 9. But here you can see the y gets cancelled and you are left with 9 is equal to 9. That means wherein if I am not able to find the value of y, I will neither be able to find the value of x. When I'm not able to find the value of x and y, that means these two equations will have infinite solutions. How many solutions will they have? They will have infinite solutions, not just one solution like the previous questions that we have done. Okay. Now, moving ahead with the fourth question. The fourth question is a little bit different when compared to the other questions that is given to us, because in here the decimals are given. The equations are in decimal form, that is 0.2x plus 0.3y is equal to 1.3 and 0.4x plus 0.5y is equal to 2.3. Now students would be like, it's easy, only we can do it equation 1 and equation 2, but multiplication with respect to decimals becomes quite difficult. Okay, and it is 0.5, 0.2, 0.4 and all, so it becomes quite difficult. So to avoid this, what we are going to do is, they all have one decimal place, isn't it? So we are going to multiply both the equations with 10. What are we doing? Multiply both the equations with 10, so that the equations now become it becomes 2x, because this decimal jumps here. 2x plus 3y is equal to 13, and the other is 4x plus 5y is equal to 23 is what you get. Then I'm going to use these equations and start simplifying it. Now in this particular equation, I'm going to make y as the subject. You may ask, why am I doing so? I am doing it for the fact that I need to have the I do not want to go with the conventional method, okay, of solving it. We're keeping the always making x as the subject. Okay, here we're going to make y as the subject. So sending it towards the other side, it becomes 13 minus 2x is equal to my 3y. Okay, then sending it down in here, y is equal to 13 minus 2x by 3 is what I get. Now this y will be substituted in my second equation, isn't it? So that becomes 4x plus 5 times of 13 minus 2 upon 3. 2x is here in here is equal to 23 I get in here. So let's start simplifying it. It becomes 4x, this multiplies with it, so it becomes 5 13s is 65 minus 10x upon 3 is equal to 23. Now to make the denominators equal, we are going to take 1 and multiply by 3 and multiply by 3. That becomes 12x plus 65 minus 10x upon 3 is equal to 23. Then sending it towards the other side, it becomes, these two will actually, later we'll send it, we'll start simplifying it. This and this will together add up, and that will become 12 minus 10 is equal to 2x, isn't it? 2x. 65 remains as it is, by 3 is there, sending it this 3 towards the other side, it goes in here. So that 2x plus 65 is equal to 23 times of 3. That is equal to 3 3s 9, 3 2 6 is what I have in here. Okay. Then 2x plus 65 is equal to 69. Sending it towards the other side, it becomes 2x is equal to 69 minus 65, that is equal to 4. Then 2 1s are 2s are, so x is equal to 2 I get. Once I got my x is equal to 2, I'm going to substitute that x in here to find the value of y. So y is equal to 13 minus 2 2s upon 3, which is 13 minus 4 upon 3. Y is equal to 9 upon 3. 3 1s are 3s are, so y is equal to 3 in here. X is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3 I get in here for this one. Now let's look at the fifth question. In the fifth question, it is given that root 2x plus root 3y is equal to 0. Root 3x minus root 8y is equal to 0. They have covered a read question, they have covered a decimal question, they have covered a question where you have infinite solutions, and so on and so forth. All the different types of questions have been covered for the easy understanding of the students in the textbook. Okay, now going further ahead, I'm going to make x as the subject as usual. Sending it towards the other side, it becomes root 2x is equal to minus root 3y. Sending this down, x is equal to minus root 3y. This is in multiplication, goes to the other side, division. Okay, then I have to substitute this into my equation in here, which is my equation here. So that becomes root 3 times of minus root 3 upon root 2 minus root 8y is equal to 0. Okay, simplifying this, that becomes root 3 into root 3. There is a law that you have studied in indices, or exponential powers. Root a into root a is equal to a. Okay, so that way root 3 into root 3 is 3. Okay, it is 3. The negative sign remains here, and you have root 2 minus root 8y is equal to 0. Now we are going to separate the terms. This is a term with a variable, so we're going to send it over the other side. This is going here. It becomes minus 3 upon root 2 is equal to root 8y. Then I want to get rid of this, or what I can do is I want to get rid of the 2 that's in here. So I'm bringing it here down. Okay, so when I bring it down, so let's just first send it towards the other side. Okay, so that we have proper terms in here. So minus 3 is equal to root 8 into root 2 in times of y. This is 2, sorry. Okay, so that becomes root of 16 times 4. Root 16 is 4. We know that already. Okay, so that is minus 3 is equal to 4y. If I bring this down, this becomes minus 3 upon 4 is equal to my y. This is my value for y. Okay, once I've got the value of y, what I'm going to do is, once I've got the value of y, what I will be doing in here is, I missed one thing in here. There's a y here, there's a y here, and then now starting with the fifth question, it is given to us as root 2. This is a question which is given with the roots in here. Okay, so it is root 2x plus root 3y is equal to 0, and root 3x plus root 8y is equal to 0 in here. You see, one mistake in the copying of question can lead to a big problem also. Okay, so what we are going to do in here is we are going to start simplifying it. So I want to make x as the subject. So to make x as the subject, I'm going to send it in here. Root 2x is equal to minus root 3y, and then this comes down, x is equal to minus root 3 upon root 2. Y is what I have here. This is my y. I'll be substituting in here. So root 3 is here. In place of x, I'm going to put this thing, minus root 3 upon root 2 y minus root 8y is equal to 0 I have. Now this, we have a rule that root a into root a is equal to a. Okay, now how people will say how? Because root a into root a can be written as root a whole square. The square and the square root gets cancelled. The value of square root is 1 by 2. So it is actually a to the power 1 by 2 into 2. This gets cancelled and you get a. So if this is completely difficult for you to understand, just remember that if you have the same number in roots and multiplying, the number will be just without the root. Okay, so here it becomes root 3 into root 3 is equal to 3. So root 3 into root 3 is equal to 3. The minus sign follows in here. Root 2y minus root 8y is equal to 0. Now I am going to make the denominator same so that it becomes easy for me to throw it out towards the other side. Okay, so when I want to make the denominators equal, there's 1 and multiply by root 2, because here denominator has root 2, here denominator has root 2. So that becomes minus 3y is equal to minus root 8 into root 2 becomes root of 16. Y is equal to 0. That is minus 3y minus root 16 is 4. Minus 4 is equal to 0. That becomes minus 7y is equal to 0. Then y will be equal to 0 upon minus 7, which will be nothing but a 0 again, isn't it? Eventually I get anything divided by a 0 is any number divides a 0, it will remain a 0 itself. Okay, so here I get my y is equal to 0. When I substitute y is equal to 0, the full thing becomes a 0 as well. So automatically my x is also equal to 0 in this particular question. Okay, there's no more further requirement of solving this question for x. Now further going ahead with the sixth question, the sixth and the last question, it involves a fraction. Decimal completed, root completed, infinite solutions, and a fraction is also completed. Now 3x upon 2 minus 5y upon 3 is equal to minus 2 is given in here for us, and then it is given x upon 3 plus y upon 2 is equal to 13 upon x is here. So what we are going to do here is we want to make the denominator same so that it becomes simplified for us to simplify. It becomes easy for us to simplify the equation. So what I'm going to do is this, when I take the decimal LCM for this multiplies, the whole fraction will multiply by 3 and this whole fraction will multiply by 2. So that becomes, it further becomes 9x upon 6 minus 10y upon 6 is equal to minus 2. This denominator is same, so I'm going to send the denominator towards the further other side. 9x minus 10y is equal to 6 goes towards the other side, it becomes minus 12. The same way, this will multiply by 2 and this will multiply by 3, and then it becomes 2x upon 6 plus 3y upon 2 is equal to 13 upon 6 in here. Okay, sorry, it becomes a 6 here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, now that the denominators are equal, here also it is like 2x plus 3y upon 6 is equal to 13 upon 6. The denominators will cancel each other and we will be left with only this part as the equation. Now from here I'm going to make x as a subject by sending it towards the other side. This is my 1 now, and this equation is my 2. So let me rewrite the equations. Minus 10y is equal to minus 12, and the other equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 13. Now sending it towards the other side, it becomes 9x is equal to minus 12 plus 10y, and then x is equal to minus 12 plus 10y upon 9. This is my x, which will be substituted in my y value, okay, and my second equation, sorry. So 2 times of minus 12 plus 10y upon 9 plus 3y is equal to 13 I have, okay. Now this needs to multiply, and let's do that. It becomes minus 24 plus 20y upon 9 plus 3y is equal to 30. To make the denominator same for this, multiply by 9 and multiply by 9 in here. It becomes minus 24 plus 20y plus 3 9s 27y by 9 is equal to 30. Now sending this towards the other side and simplifying this as well, minus 24, that becomes here 20 plus 27 becomes 47 plus 47y is equal to 13 times of 9. 9 3 is 27, 57 is the equation that I get. Now I need to start solving it for my y, okay. So sending this 24 towards the other side, it becomes 47y is equal to 57 plus 24. 47y is equal to this becomes 11 and 81. 47 and 81 is what we're left with. Is it what we are left with? 47y and no, we will not be left with, because this is not 57. I did a mistake in here. 9 times of 13 is not 57, but it is 117. Yeah, 117 it will be. So here it is 117. So 117 plus 24 will be 117 plus 24 will be 1 and 4 and 141. Yeah, then y is equal to 141 upon 47. 47 1 times, 47 3 times. Y is equal to 3 I get. Now this y is equal to 3 will be substituted in the value of x, okay. The steps are quite easy. That what you are just required to remember is the steps. So x was given to me as minus 12 plus 10y upon 9, and then y is given to me as minus 12 plus 10 times of 3 upon 9, which becomes minus 12 plus 30 upon 9. That is nothing but x is equal to 30, and this will be equal to how much? It should be 30. Yeah. Sorry, 15. 18 upon 9. 9 ones are 9 twos are. X is equal to 2 is what I'm left with, and I've substituted in the second equation. So here, let's quickly revise. What did I do? I took the denominators equal. Once I got the denominators equal, I got the simplified equations of this. I made x as the subject for it and started solving for it. Because it was a decimal, it took a little longer for us to solve it, and then I got the value of y. Once I get the value of y, I substituted the y in this x to get my value of x finished. So this is the first part of exercise 3.1. Now following are the summary questions, the story sums that you have, and that will be continued in the next part.